Hey guys, and welcome to another Nathan's Beer Review. Today I'm looking at my second in the Gage Brewing Company tasting pack, and that is their Atomic Pale Ale, a 4.7% alcohol by volume, dry hopped and unfiltered American-style pale ale. Coming in this 330 milliliter brown bottle with aqua blue and yellow label. The Gage Brewing Co.'s artwork's pretty cool. This one, as you can see, has got a submarine down in the bottom right corner. And you can see a scuba diver, a fish and an octopus, and a great white shark. Everything to find off the Western Australian coast. Yeah, so brewed by the Gage Brewing Company in Palmyra of Western Australia, Palmyra. Brewed by Fussy Bastards. There was no better place for a 1940 secret submariner to get his land legs back than a dockside in Fremantle. A tribute to those heady times, this American-style pale ale is dry hopped with 4 US hops and bottled unfiltered for flavour and freshness. A note to the Second World War there. The submarine base that was in Western Australia during the Second World War and fought the German U-boats that happened to stray into the Indian Ocean and patrol off Australia's Western Australia coast, and probably had a bit of fun with the Japanese Imperial Navy as well. So yeah, what else can I tell you about this beer? Other than it's brewed by Gage Roads and is their Atomic Pale Ale. It doesn't actually get referenced on their website. They have all their other beers. Both main beers and... Oh, no, it's right down the bottom, sorry. Yeah, so a classic US Pale Ale brewed with 4 iconic hop varieties, which are... Doesn't actually say which hop varieties, which is good to know. Full flavoured with piney citrus hop character and loads of caramel malt, balanced by refreshing bitterness. 36 IBUs, 16 EBCs, 4.7% alcohol by volume. Now... Rate Beer are giving it a 38 overall and a 27 for the style from 62 ratings. An overall of 3.05 out of 5, so they consider it a bit average for an American-style pale ale. And Beer Advocate is also giving it an okay score. From 42 ratings, they're giving it a 3.28 out of 5. Yeah, so I've never had it before. Never had any of the Gage Roads beers before, aside from their single fin pale ale, which I've just finished reviewing. Should be pretty good. I've just finished a 10-hour shift at work, and I'm looking for a couple of beers to unwind with. There's the cup for your cupheads. Gold crown with a trident and some very humorous. Please use an opener, not your eye socket. Which is, really sound advice, opening, trying to do cool party tricks, you lose an eye. Don't use your teeth either, guys. I'm not a dentist, and I don't want to be responsible for you guys visiting your dentist. Oh, Nathan from Nathan Beers Reviews told me to open it with my teeth. Oh. Please don't sue me if you decide to go down that route. I'm going to pour it into my IKEA tumbler, which I used for my single fin summer ale review as well. I'm just too lazy to do the washing up at the moment. And it's really the only clean glass I have. There appears to be no sediment around the bottle. So I don't know how unfiltered it really is. But it pours a gorgeous, orangey, amber, definitely orange colour. Slightly bronze notes going through it, but definitely a lovely orange colour. Slightly hazy. I get the feeling the single fin pale ale, summer ale that I just reviewed was slightly more hazy, but that might have been a chill haze. But you can see through the beer, but not too well. If I look outside, it just looks like I've put a Instagram filter behind the beer. The smell, classic American style, West Coast American style pale ales coming out of it. Got that real nice citrus, lemony, orange sort of thing going on. Definitely some good pine characteristics. sweet caramel malts, as they mentioned in the beer. Caramel, toffee, sort of bready yeast going on as well. But yeah, definitely get that really sort of thick orange, not quite blood orange, but definitely like orange flesh. Not like bitter orange, is sweet, sort of really sweet orange. Bit of passion fruit. Every beer review I've done, I swear, I've snorted and inhaled at least some of the beer, which, yeah, really makes an interesting nostril smell. I can just smell malts, yeast, you know. But yeah, smells like a really, really nice pale ale. Let's dive in and give it a go. Cheers, guys. Really, really refreshing. It's got a very nice light to medium mouthfeel. It's highly carbonated. Slight wateriness to it. A nice lingering bitterness. The hops aren't as strong as I thought they would be from the nose, but I did kind of snort half the beer up my nose, so I mean, you know. I definitely get those pine notes from the hops. Definitely a citrus bitterness. And for 20, did I say it was 27 IBUs? 36 IBUs. Yeah, so it's a little bit more bitter than your average Australian style pale ale, but it's definitely coming through in the back of the mouth. Look, it's actually a very, very nice pale ale. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. I find the drinkability is extremely high. It's not going to knock you about with the hoppiness. The hoppiness is quite mellowed and smooth. And it's got a very nice dry finish to it. So it's actually extremely refreshing on a very hot Australian style summer day. Drinkability is very high. It's very smooth. Nice malty sweetness coming through. A bit of caramel, bit chewy, but not overly chewy, not overly, cloy around the tongue. With the bitterness just sort of helping the sweetness just move around the mouth a bit. Very, very carbonated. Definitely got that piney, prickly spiciness from the carbonation, which works well with bitterness. Like I said, 30, 35 or 36 IBUs. It's not the most bitter pale ale you'll ever drink. But, if you enjoy a bitterness, if you enjoy the refreshment from bitter beers and the bitterness from the hops, this is probably an excellent summer pale ale. It's not a summer ale or a tropical ale, but it's definitely a very easy drinking beer in very, very hot conditions, which today was. It was 32 degrees, 33 degrees. It's 7:15 in the evening at the moment. The sun's starting to set, and the temperature's probably dropped down to the mid-20s, but it's still quite warm, still quite humid, and this is going down a pretty good treat. And I'm finding it very refreshing, so... It's got a really nice bitterness. I do like the bitterness to it. I find the bitterness quite refreshing. So I think it's a pretty good pale ale. I don't think it's an average pale ale, which is what Rate Beer and Beer Advocate are sort of saying about it. I think it's slightly better than average. What am I going to rate it? I'm going to give it a... somewhere in between a B and a B+. I think it's a pretty good pale ale. Would I drink it again? Absolutely. If I saw it on tap, would be considered to have a pint or two of it, to cool you down, refresh you. If it was on special in cartons, on cases, for $45, $50 a carton, which is rare these days, but if it was on special, pick up a case of it. You know, take it to a party, have it as just your everyday sessionable pale ale. You know, when you knock off from work and want a quick, quiet beer. So highly drinkable. Yeah, it's not packed full of flavour, but there's enough going on to let you know you're drinking a pale ale. So I'm going to give it a solid B. I think it's a good beer, a decent pale ale, a decent effort at an American style pale ale with definite, you know, a nod to, you know, a refreshing side of it. Remember, this is brewed in Australia for Australian conditions. You're not going to want something too heavy, too cloyed, too chewy to chew on. You know what? Something refreshing, and it ticks the refreshment aspect of this beer. So, for an American style pale ale, you know, an Australian brewed American style pale ale, it's not too bad. So, solid B for Gage Road's Atomic Pale Ale. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed the review, please click like, please click subscribe. The more feedback I get from you, the viewer, the more of these I will do. Let me know if you've tried this beer and what you thought of it down in the comment section. And if you want me to review your favourite beer, let me know also down in the comment section. Or send me a personal message begging me to review your favourite beer. So I'm going to finish off this one, get the next one out of the fridge, and see if I have time for one more before the missus gets home from work. So cheers, guys, and see you in the next review.